one of the things that we have to remember is that if we're getting caught in the sea of the gender war that's happening right now, and we're letting that enter and permeate into our relationship, your relationship's fucked. Like, I don't mean to be harsh or direct, I don't know if you have people swear on your show, maybe it'll get beeped out. But like, you're so screwed, like one of the questions that I put out to men is like, when you are dating a woman and you get a couple dates in, ask her what she thinks about men and masculinity. Because I can tell you right now, as a very mature, and mature according to other people in my life, not self-ascribed, right? This isn't like I say I'm mature, right? As somebody who's successful and grounded and loves what he does and shows up for his son and possesses some of those qualities. If I was on the market today and I was single, there's no way that I would want to date a woman who hated men, or who didn't see the value in men, or who didn't see the value in masculinity or masculine men. I wouldn't go near that at all. And not because I'm some like traditional right-wing yada, yada, yada. I'm none of those things. But simply because I'm a man and I'm masculine and I like that. And so and I enjoy being that way. And I know that there's value in that. And so if I sit across from you on a second or third or fourth date and I say, tell me what you think about men and masculinity, and you spend the next 45 minutes telling me about how men are the problem with existence and how the world would be so much better without men, I'm out. I'm just not going to stay around, because that tells me that you have a deep wound with the masculine and with men that you haven't dealt with. And I could have a wound with the feminine that I haven't dealt with, but I have. I've done the work to know the value that women have and to respect femininity and to respect women. And I think that we all need to be called back into this place of having some frickin' respect for one another and what we bring to the table, even when those things, and especially when those things are different. Like, that's all right. So I think that that's just one of the major challenges, is that I think there's so much content online right now that's talking in a way that's just finger pointing. Men are the problem, women are the problem, femininity this, masculinity is toxic that, and it's so charged that people are letting that enter into their dating, they're letting that enter into their marriages. And we can see this in the stats, right? 66% of men between 18 and 29 are single. It's the highest rate of single men that we've ever seen. But only 33% of women in that same age bracket are single, right? So there's this big discrepancy that's showing up within male culture, right? Again, 27% of men between that same age bracket, 18 to 29, haven't been sexually active in the last 12 months or ever. Whereas with women, it's only 13 or 14%. So there's this huge gap that's starting to take place for a number of reasons within our culture. And we have to, I think, do our collective work to come back into a space of just being able to respect one another, and really look at our own pain, our own wounds, our own narrative, our own hurt that we may have experienced from women or from men, etc. So